Baruch Hashem, we wrap up another incredible week of learning 5 minutes of Bitachon in a day with the incredible Beis Halevi over here. And we begin the 6th chapter. Now this chapter is going to segue in from the world of theoretical Emunah and Bitachon, and we're going to introduce perhaps the most difficult ingredient in the equation, which is Hishtadlut. Because until you actually have to get up and work, when we're sitting and we're discussing lofty, incredible ideas, don't let people bother you. Don't be afraid of other people. Realize that God is that puppeteer pulling the strings. It all sounds so nice and fluffy. Don't pounce on the rock that's thrown at you. Don't be that foolish dog, but rather go back and see where it all comes from. In our minds, in our seichel, it sounds so beautiful. But then comes the practical world. Then comes the world of Hishtadlut, comes the world of working, of making money, of Parnassah, of the difficult lives sometimes that we live with big bills. And all of a sudden it gets very murky, gets very unclear. How much should I work? What should I be doing? What's my attitude? And with that question, we begin the 6th chapter that the Beis Halevi teaches us, and we'll read a few of his words. Similarly, a complete segue from that which we were talking about is when it comes to our mizainos, when it comes to our sustenance, comes to our bank accounts, when it comes to making money, the exact same item applies. Kol yidiasai, vishtadlusai, lo yo'il lo me'uma, does not help at all. Lahadif loi ala nigzar loi, does not help one little bit to get more than that which Hashem decreed one should have. And he proves this from the man. And he continues and he says that the man was a simin l'dairos, ki hashtadlus lo yo'il klal, does not help at all, not to the slightest bit, laharbais boy, to get a little bit more. And the footnotes over here of David Sutton does such a magnificent job in playing out this detail. And I'm going to begin with footnote number 20. And let's play out the following scene. We're sitting in the midbar, taken care of by God, literally living from Him. Every morning we go out, there's mud on the ground, we collect for our families, and we go back. And I can imagine there were people that probably woke up one day and looked outside and said, hey, why do I have to go out every day and collect the mud? Let me just take extra. Or maybe there was a time that one felt, it's just extra sitting here, so let me gather a little bit more. And he explains on the bottom over here incredibly, there was so much mud on the ground. The Medrash, when you turn over to page 16 in the footnotes, explains the Medrash, the Yalkut, that there was a tremendous amount of mud, much more than was necessary. And imagine you go out and you collect not one portion, 5 portions, 10 portions. You come home, you unload your mun, you load up your cabinets, and guess what? There's the exact amount for 1 portion per family member. Strange. Magic. What just happened? And imagine the next day, you, your wife, your 2 kids, you get 4 portions. You go out, you take 8, you take 12. You come back with bagfuls of mun. You unload it into the cabinet. Lo and behold, the exact same 4 portions are there. Says Rav David Sutton, these are the words of the Beis Halevi. The man is there to teach us lidairos, for eternity, that Hashem provides us perfectly, precisely that which we need. We could sit there and say, but if I work extra, if I try to do this, if I try to do that, I'm going to push, I'm going to squeeze, I'll make more. Says Hashem, what you're doing is a waste of time. It's completely futile. Of course, we don't live in the open miracle world like the Midbar, in which it was so obvious that you walk home and you open your cabinet and it's the same 4 portions. But let us start to realize Hashem is geyser. God decrees how much we will make, irregardless. So of course we have to do the Hishtadlut. We have to work, and it's difficult and it's hard. We have to realize and remind ourselves that whatever is going to be in our bank account at the end of the day is going to be exactly not $1 more or a penny less than God decreed we should have.